What's poppin', everybody? Tara Lynch here with the next big thing, the videocast, sharing all things infotainment. Now, you may have come across Garrett Nolan on your For You page on TikTok. He's joining me today to discuss the popular app, plus we go over this week's top stories and trends. Let's jump right in. Earlier this week, the Supreme Court decided that federal civil rights law protects gay, lesbian, and transgender workers. Now, this will safeguard millions of workers across this country. It makes it illegal for an employer to fire an employee on the basis of gender identity or sexual orientation. Over 20 states already had this type of law in place, but now it is a federal law. This comes as the Trump administration announced a rollback on an Obamacare law that made it illegal for healthcare workers to deny care to transgender or non-binary patients. So right now, LGBTQ rights advocates are concerned that some patients may be denied care as we are in the middle of a global pandemic. If you've gone on TikTok recently, you have probably seen my guest today. I'm really excited to welcome Garrett Nolan to the next big thing. Garrett, thanks so much for joining me today. Yeah,
thank you so much, Tara.
So let's start at the beginning. You know, you have a really sizable Instagram following, but then, you know, this new app TikTok came out. It was the latest trend, the craze for everyone, and you kind of jumped in head first. So what inspired you to make your TikTok account, and ultimately now you're at almost 3 million followers?
Yeah, great question. So I really had no expectations with the app. It was kind of something, I was just getting back from the military. I was on a hiatus in between what I wanted to do with my life so on. So I could go back to college. I could go in the work field, which is what I did. But now I'm going back to school, so it's going now. But yeah, I just downloaded the app because I heard a little bit about it. I was really late to the game because I think it came out, well, it like transferred from Musical.ly or something in 2018, 2019 to TikTok. And then I downloaded it, and I was hooked. I was addicted right away. As you can tell, I post a lot. But like I said, I didn't really think that anything would come of it. I just started to kind of be myself and do what I always do. I've always been somebody that I'm just wild. I'm crazy, and that's kind of how I reflect in my videos and how I engage my followers. So, yeah.
And you have a ton of different types of videos, you know, the TikTok dances that we all try to recreate in our mirror. You sing with your cat. You have so much going on. So what drives your content, and, you know, what kind of inspires you? Is it just the trends? Is it just being creative and being yourself, a combination?
Right. Yeah, I think it's a combination of all of it, because obviously the singing with my cat has never been a trend. So I can't really tell you how that happened. I just kind of picked him up one day, was singing. He got a reaction that everybody loves. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to record this. So I did those for a little while. I've done some comedy stuff, which I'm not great at, but sometimes it'll hit. And the dancing, I am addicted to the dances. So that's what I do the most now. Which is really based off the trends. That's what TikTok is it is really just one large overscaled trend. So people like to see different creators do the trends in their own way, and I kind of take a trend and just do it in my own way. So yeah.
That's so true. You know, TikTok is just a series of trends. I feel like on this show where we talk about the trends, we're often, you know, referencing something on TikTok. So speaking of those trends, we're kind of, you know, gearing up now into summer head first. So what are the trends that we're going to see this summer? What's everyone going to be doing? What do you think?
It really depends who you're following, because TikTok is probably the largest community and age range of anybody. You have 13-year-olds all the way up to adults and elders that are using the app. So trends can be various as far as like adult content down to just small jokes and comedy. It's really a day-by-day thing. With the better weather, everybody's going to be getting outside. Everybody's going to be getting in their cars, doing trends in their pools, being in their swim outfits, just having fun. So I think that's going to be most fun part about it.
And, now, since we talked to you, we're now inspired to go out and create our own. So what are your top tips for creating the best TikTok video?
Okay, great question. Which I get this a lot too from like my following base. I don't want to say this the wrong way, but like, don't try too hard, if that makes sense. I think a lot of people put 30 minutes, 45 minutes into one video. Like I said, just don't expect too much from your videos. Just have fun, be yourself. And I think that's what people forget about making a video, is they see what other people are doing and they're like, wow, they're really pretty, or they're doing this or that. That's not the case at all. Everybody has their own way to reflect themselves. And I think that's the most important part. There is an algorithm, but it doesn't matter. You don't have to hashtag. You don't have to do any of that. Just post, have fun, do what you want to do.
That's exactly right. Just have fun and be yourself. Garrett, where can we find some of your content? I know that you're coming out with some new music. You have Instagram, TikTok. Where can we find this stuff?
Yeah, so now that, well, who knows, but with the COVID-19 crisis, it's different for each state. Where I'm at right now, we're in the green phase, but they say we're going to go out of it soon. But that just leads me into the modeling industry is opening back up slowly. So I'll have a lot of modeling content with some new companies I'll be working with. That'll be up my Instagram, catalogs, magazines, but I'll release that information when it comes. And my Instagram is just the Garrett Nolan or whatever it is. So all my social media is the same as far as what my name is. But I'll be doing, I'm releasing the song like you said. It's like a single track. My buddy Nick and I did it from Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania. So we'll be releasing that on iTunes, Spotify, all the major like music playlist things. So I don't know a lot about it. I just kind of sang in it. So that'll be released on July 1st. So yeah.
Awesome. We'll have to keep an eye out for that. Garrett, thank you so much for joining me on The Next Big Thing today.
Of course. Thank you so much.
We move on now to our trends we love this week. And what trend do we love more than cute animal videos? I don't know. So let's take a look at some. They always brighten my day. I'm really excited. We have a great lineup of 3 animal videos for you. Here we go. First, we have an elephant stealing a photographer's hat. And then returning it to him. Next, we take a live look at bath time for some panda cubs. And finally, the optimal mode of transportation is sliding around on the floor. Let's take a look at this seal. He's got it going on. Thanks to Dr. Vanessa and Back to Nature for those videos. They came up in my Twitter feed this week and I just had to share them with you guys, and I hope you enjoyed. As we wrap up this week, we have our trend for you. Now, mindfulness includes meditation and self-reflection, something that we've talked about on this show, but it also includes physical health. So last week we discussed exercise and running and some of the mental blocks that are associated with running. This week I want to talk about some myths surrounding healthy eating. Now, you don't have to go full paleo or full keto in order to eat healthier and help your mind focus. Now, just some simple things can really make a big difference. So as you head out to the grocery store this week, try to pick up some of your favorite summer fruits or vegetables and make a salad of some kind, a fruit salad, a veggie salad, anything that works for you. If you have a diffuser in your water bottle, you can load that with some fresh fruits or vegetables. Cucumber water is great, and it helps you stay hydrated while giving you a little bit of flavor. And finally, carbs, as I said, they are your friend. You can eat them, just gotta pick the right ones at the right times. Avoid simple sugars like candies, chips, white bread, white rice, and opt for things that have more whole grain in them. Whole grain breads, quinoa, oats, things like that are great. They're complex carbohydrates and they'll give you that energy that you need. So don't avoid carbs, you can eat them. Just accompany them maybe with a protein or a vegetable or a fruit. and you will be on the path to success. And now if you have any mindfulness tips for me or for the show, please drop them in the comments below. We are always looking for some great trends for you. Okay, all you cool cats and kittens, that's all the time we have this week on The Next Big Thing. If you have something big to share, drop me a message or a comment below. We are always looking for fun trends to share on this show. Come back next week for more. Thank you to Garrett Nolan for joining me today. And remember, when you need the news that pops, I'll be here with The Next Big Thing.